I'll have to tell you the truth about slavery. It's a great advance in human consciousness. Slavery is a great advance in human consciousness. Does that make sense? No? Well, I just want you to understand how positionality creates right and wrong, truth, untruth, etc. You see, in the olden days, when the great hordes swept across Europe, the Vandals and the Visigoths and the Mongols and the Huns and all these peoples, the Roman Empire had a heck of a time surviving because it was one wave after another of...
I can't take you seriously.
You can't take me seriously. I can't take myself seriously. I feel like Captain Bligh or something. So, in the good old days, when the hordes would sweep into civilization, the Roman Empire was a very tempting plum. I forget the names. Those of you who are good at history will know the names of all of them. Visigoths, the Goths. I've forgotten the names of all of them. But one horde after another would sweep down and try to knock out the Roman Empire. And of course, they just killed the people. And the Arabs did the same thing. They just killed people. And when you conquered somebody, you took their gold, you had sex with the women, and you killed everybody. Then one day, a smart guy says, "Hey, these people are worth something." Said, "We won't kill them. Hey, let's save them." And they began to sell them. Wow, they're valuable. Human beings became valuable. We won't just massacre and kill them. The Japanese in Nanking massacred, 30,000 or 300,000, some phenomenal number. If they had any brains, they would have captured them as slaves and sold them, right? They weren't even that far in advance. So all of a sudden, the value of the life of a human being dawned on people. They're worth money. Well, that's somewhere up the line, isn't it? I mean, you're moving in the right direction, folks. That I don't know how you turn these magical lanterns on, but anyway, he moved up to, at least we got up to greed anyway. He was worth something on the market. So much a pound, you know. They used to put the slave up there and feel him, and if he had mostly like me, they put him in the bargain basement. But people now had a value. So slavery was an advance in human consciousness from just slaughtering everybody out of hatred and seeing them as worthless and potential garbage. So slavery then, from that point, you see, was an advance. It'd be better to be captured. And even in a few hundred years ago, your lifespan was twice as long if you got captured as a slave, sold by the slavers in Africa to a slave trader and bought by an aristocratic southerner. You were now worth quite a bit of money as a worker, and you got medical care, food, housing, clothing. And the people who stayed back in Africa got slaughtered by the next war with the next tribe. So your chances of survival were twice as long. You lived twice as long. So you see, it depends on how you look at slavery. From that viewpoint, it was the beginning of the realization of the worth of human life and the value of preserving it. And if I spent a couple $1,000s for a slave, I'd take really good care of him. I'll tell you, I'd take good care of my car, and I'd take as good care of my slave as I would my car, wouldn't I? He'd be an investment. You got in those days, a good slave was like $1,000. That would get you to the top of the thing. So anything in history depends on how you contextualize it and how you perceive it, the positionality that you take about it. And if you're perfecting moving up from apathy to greed, where is greed here? Someplace around here. Where is greed? Desire. Where is desire? Here. You see, to become greedy is a big move out of sloth. Huh? Yeah, that's the effect television had on the great unwashed. As they began to see, whoa, what's possible? Up comes, I want that. Up comes anger. Anger's got a lot of energy. 150 can get you off your butt. Down here, they just lay around in the gutter drinking gin and letting their babies die of starvation. Hogarth, London, you know. We never did put hate on here, And that, we're going to put that on the new map. Did we?
150, anger, hate.
Well, no.
It's emotion.
Yeah, okay, all right, we do have it in there, okay. Anyway, what the pirate was into greed, you see? Into greed, and making money was more valuable than human life. So he had a lot to learn, painfully as it was.